What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Lee, it's Rusty. We are streaming live on Twitch, but we're on our own Twitch channel. So if you're used to watching WWE Champions on the Friday night Twitch streams, those aren't a thing anymore, but we are still power rating, and we are still with, where do we got here? We got 21 of our very best friends on here, which is pretty cool. Nice. Considering we didn't announce this. This isn't a regular thing. This is literally the first time we've streamed on our account together in like a long time. So,
I thought you were gonna say it's ever. I was like, no, is it really?
No, but it's been a very long. Like, you've streamed on this account more than I have by a mile. But
yeah, I have a good time with streams, especially if I've got about an hour to burn, and I just pop on in the afternoon. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, me too. Well, we are power rating Steve Austin. So a couple things. Since we're not on the main thing here, we are still going to throw to the chat. But anticipating this, I did throw Steve Austin in our Discord, in the power ratings discussion room. So we do have a lot of feedback on Discord to his overall rating. Rusty, have you played with this new Steve Austin at all?
I have not, and I am nowhere near shard recruiting him either. So he's a future project for me, along with most S plus and S tier. Have I gotten many S tier? I didn't get probably the new CM Punk. I didn't get Money. I didn't get
John Cena.
You know, I didn't get HLR Cena. No, yeah. So I'm behind for sure.
Okay.
I don't have Mod Taker still. I'm still chasing like Mod Taker. So,
really? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, if we hadn't been able to do this, I was actually, and I still will after you're gone, but I'm going to make a new 3-minute moveset for Mod Taker because the one we have is outdated now. But anyways, we are on my candy store, my CC account. Rusty and I both have CC accounts. And as we were talking about offline, for those who are like, what's going to happen with these? Well, the reality is that we now get the characters at 6-star gold on our own CC accounts because that's no longer the incentive to stream on the main channel. So we are still able to do all of these just like we did before, and it's going to be good. This Austin is super rare. And a couple quick notes. He already has his gear. I can't take it off of him. Black gems do 150% more damage. That's a big one. He also has the moment. I can't take it off of him. The gear is going to be super rare. The moment isn't necessarily meant to be. Those who play the game at a higher level should get it, but it is rare, and it's not something I can take off. So here's what it does. 50% less damage from all color gems, 50% more damage to your gems. All moves do 100% more damage, which is going to be big on his move damage build. Trap gems do 100% more damage, which is going to be big on this one. And then red gems do 50% more damage. So right out the box, we've got a couple rare things on him. Is that feel okay, Rusty? Like, I can't nerf some of those things like we normally do.
Yeah, because... Yeah, the more rare the superstar, the more okay I think it is to use rare things on them, and especially I hate to say this, but kind of the clientele that acquires these rare superstars, they like to see all of it and oftentimes have it. So it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense if this was like the Disciple that we had, gear and a moment on. I'm like,
Yeah, I'd be like, wait a second. Which the Disciple got a 21 out of 25. One of the best free-to-play characters out there. So let's just put this out there real quick. This month was very good to free-to-play. Disciple is incredible. Bossman is very, very good. Both got 21 out of 25s. That's huge. Yeah. But this Austin's going to be rare. He's going to be hard to get.
I'm noticing that, but I tell you what, I'm okay with it because I still really am enjoying Bionic Redneck, and I feel like I've got a very, very powerful Steve Austin that I enjoy using. So I'm not, heartbroken that this one is not, what would I call it? Not in sight of being recruited yet.
As obtainable. So Well, he's got two different primary builds. One's gem damage, one's move damage. Both of them are very, very stinking good. I'm going to run the gem damage build, and we'll kind of show that unless we decide we need to do something different. But it's the pointed elbow drop, 6 MP purple, deal damage, make 3 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, steal 350k health. If broken by you, deal damage and increase the damage of all of your gems by 45%. That's big. Sharpshooter, 4 MP black, deal 1.15 million damage, make 36 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, deal 500k damage and steal up to 350k health. If broken by you, deal 1.15 million damage. Dang. And then a 4 MP purple low blow, deal almost a million damage and make 45 trap gems into black gems. If your opponent's class is Technician, deal damage plus bonus damage for every trap gem. Rusty, what do you think about that on paper?
Well, it's definitely it's what trap gems deserve. Trap gems deserve to be one of the more powerful special gems in the game. But I can't help but notice there's a trend in new superstars having kick to the groin moves. I think I'd like to see us get beyond kick to the groin. What was that one called?
The
Cena.
ultimate betrayal.
Ultimate betrayal. So we have another ultimate betrayal here from Austin.
That's right. Well, here's how you're going to run him with your trainers. So this build does really require mellow in order to get the most out of it. So I know he's kind of rare for the community for some, but it is, again, rare poster, rare, I almost said rare card, rare poster, rare trainers. So 4 purple, 4 black, right? That's going to load your purple, it's going to load your bottom 2 moves, but to get the pointed elbow drop in there, you also need to have Hogan, and then that's going to give you, Santa Hogan, that's going to give you 5, 6. Then we are running Dakota Kai for trap gems, do 50% more damage, but more importantly, you're generating 2 more trap gems. And then you've got Acro Steamboat for trap gems, do 100% more damage and create 2 more. So now you're making 7 gems that when you break them, buff all of your gems by 45%, and 40 gems that when you break them, do 1 million damage. So bare minimum, he's already just in trap gem damage doing 40 million, period. Plus, we're not going to go up against Technician, but if you go up against Technician, you'd get 500k bonus, so another 20 million on top of that. So against Technician, without any gem damage at all, you're doing 60 million damage. Crazy. On the strap, oh, go ahead.
Can I see the Entourage again real quick?
Yeah.
Does the black move have 4?
So the black and purple are both 4, but the pointed elbow purple is 6.
Okay, no problem. I was gonna say if the black move was 6 MP, it would make a lot of sense to use Tiffany Stratton to get the 2 black plus 100% trap. But that doesn't make sense here because you don't need it. You don't need 2 more.
We want more trap gems is the goal. That's why we use Dakota, because you're sacrificing 50%, but you're getting 2 more trap gems that do 45% each. So that's a slim numbers build right there. That's some slim numbers. So on the strap, we are going to use the Barber's Blades. Whenever you make 6 or more trap gems, increase your black gem damage by 75%. You could also use the Dark Master if you had one of those. You could use the It's a Trap plate, although that one ends up getting blocked out by the others, so that one's not as good. And I'm not going to use it, but if you were to put a Black Royal Rumble plate on here, oh my gosh, it's just insane damage. It's just insane. So I'm going to go in and fight. Rusty, what do you think? You're on a special server for free to play? What does that mean?
Because you like a madman issued an open challenge for the community to come and find us. I do not want to be found. So so I'm just telling you, I'm hiding. I absolutely hiding this weekend in Showdown. I don't want to be found. I don't want content made about my loss. So
I'm sorry. And Bug Homie did say, I'm taking up this challenge. You know what the funny thing is? Somebody else did post. I think it was Legend Hunter posted in our server. I found Lee and recorded it. So Bug Homie, I am out there. I promise you. I just don't know why you're not finding me. So
I'm hiding under a rock. Well, and the real reason they can't find me is because my notoriety is so low. It's like 4K. So if you're up on an 8K level, you're just not going to find me. I don't have the promoters at 150% yet. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I've laid down both of the traps already. You can see the entire board except for 2 gems is covered up by traps. I haven't hit the thing. I mentioned this in his break it down video, but what I really like, this sharpshooter is not a submission move, and yet if you just sit here without hitting the next move, it makes it look like he's actually in a submission, which I like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's different. It does.
Yeah. So he's got 71 million. We're fighting D'Lo Brown. He's got 71 million health, and I promise you I can't even figure out how this damage gets calculated the way it does it. It's weird, but he's going to drain. He's going to be gone. Boom, there was 60-something million. There's another 67 million. It's something like 130 million, but it gets calculated 3 different ways, and I don't know how to do the math on that.
And he's a trickster, right?
Yeah, he's a trickster.
He might be the trickster that we've been wishing we had, right? For like the last year, where huge damage, easy build, quick feuder. Trickster and Acro seem to be the ones that just people aren't excited to feud with them necessarily. So
right. Well, even like I've got Zombie LA Knight, and I really like him, but in order to get the most damage out of him, you have to run, like 4 different ways to get his pyro gems to keep dropping, and then do it again, and then buff the yellow, and then pyro gems. So like you can do 60 million damage in a couple clicks, but if you really want his top end damage, it takes a lot. Versus with this, it's 3 clicks. You don't even touch the board. It's just lay down traps, blow up traps. I added the Royal Rumble plate just so you can see the carnage that it does, but 1, you don't need it. 2, you can't calculate the damage. Like even with it, you're just going to see his health drain instantly, and that's it. Like it's so cool but weird the way the damage calculates. You're not even going to see it. But if you want to throw a Black Rumble on him, it makes him even more crazy. Yep, so there was another 60 million plus that, plus now we're throwing that down. That was 117, so that's like 180-ish million, give or take. Slim says 170. Oh, good. So, see, I trust Slim numbers over my own calculations 11 times out of 10. So,
I just guesstimate everything.
Right. Right. Oh. Well, I mean, I can run the move damage setup if you want me to, but otherwise we can keep this video a little tighter and just go straight into rating.
I think we're ready to rate him, and I don't know that many people, unless he has poor gym damage, I don't think many people are looking for move damage builds. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they will be soon. I think the next meta is move damage based, but again, that's just speculation on my part and nothing more.
If all of these predictions you've made come true, they're going to assume you're in violation of some sort of like breach of contract, or you've stolen information from Scopely. You'll probably be sued and not a content creator anymore. You will get canceled for real.
Wow.
I was just like, I hope you're wrong about a lot of this, or they're going to come after us.
Wow. Well, while you were threatening my livelihood here, and actually my volunteer position while you were threatening my volunteer position, I went ahead and filled out the first two. So damage, that's our rating for how hard can the character hit. In order to get a 5, which is our top score, the character needs to be able to hit at least 60 million damage or above. We are going to talk about, maybe if Rusty has some time today or maybe next week, we're going to talk about what that looks like, because it needs to go up soon. But we've been in the 6-star gold meta. 60 million is the start of top end damage. He easily hit for 120 million, and he easily would have hit for 70 plus million without gear, without the moment, any of that kind of stuff. He'd still be way up there. So he's a 5. And then on speed, the way you get a 5 on speed is at least 2 of the following need to be true. MP charge is equal to or lesser than 6 MP, which one of his moves was 6 MP, the other 2 were 4. Moves recycle flawlessly, which they do, and animations are quick, which they are, resulting in a feud win in 45 seconds or less. Easy 5 right there. So that's the ones that we can fill out on our own. Now we go into... Lee has a major echo. Major echo?
Yeah, I just noticed that in the chat. So I don't know if there's a way to adjust on your end what you're doing.
Interesting. Did it just start when I switched modes, or please let Lee out of the cave?
Yeah, I don't know. It certainly hasn't been there at any point in the stream. So it's a new. If you toggle, I don't know if you toggled something.
I don't know. I mean, other than just going over. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know what it is.
After the intro sound.
Okay. How about now? I think I fixed it. I know what it was. So, dang. So I've been echoing this whole time. Sorry about that, guys. Good now. So I had my AirPods on because this weekend I was recording content. I recorded the whatchamacallit, the blog from a hotel room, so I used my AirPods, so I had them as a source on this one. That's why.
Oh. Okay.
All right, Rusty, what is readiness, and how do you get a 5 in readiness?
Yeah, so readiness, it means they are capable of...
Now I can't hear Rusty.
Oh, hello? You can't hear me? Hey. Can you hear me?
Now Rusty's going in and out. It wouldn't be a Champions Chat stream without this.
I don't know.
Take over, Lee. Sounds good. All right, so for a 5 in versatility, or sorry, the way you get readiness. Oh, now you're cutting in weirdly. Readiness is where the character doesn't need a whole lot to get going out the box. So for a plate, a gear, a moment, those type things, those would be rare things that we count against the character because they're not as ready. So for a 5, 0 to 1 rare things. For a 4, 2 special things. For a 3, 3 special things. And for a 4, for a 2, 4 special things. So Rusty's going to start a poll.
Yeah, I don't think my audio is better because
you're like off sync. We might have to drop you and put you back in real quick, Rusty. But go ahead and get the poll ready while you're doing that, if you can. Let me look while you're doing that. Let me get over to Twitch.
Recognize command.
Okay. So for readiness, yeah, I can see the readiness score now on Discord. Hip designer falling asleep emoji. Rusty, go ahead and post the poll if you can. We don't have dash polls?
No.
Unrecognized command. What the heck? Alright, so we need to get, like, Goldie on our account and see if she can fix this for us, because I have no clue how to do that. So we're just going to go the old-fashioned method. For for if you think that he needs 0 to 1 special things, put a 5 in the chat. If you think he needs 2 or more special things, put a 4 in the chat. If you think he needs 3 or more special or 3 special things, put a 3 in the chat. 4 or more special things, put a 2, and we'll just do it that way. I've got the Discord, and then Rusty, if you can like just drop off real quick and then come back in. Let's see if that fixes you. Yep, Slim, you got a 5. Keep them coming. All right.
Joined. I dropped and rejoined. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can see you. I can feel you. I can feel your essence.
It's still doing the weird thing where it's coming in later. Oh, Bill's Mafia says you sound better, so that's good. I can't hear you, but if the chat can, then that's all I need.
It looks like the
all right.
so
well,
far,
the Discord numbers were 5s, and the chat's going 5s. Rusty, you say it out loud to them, and then vote with your hand so I can see you too. What you think he is?
5.
5.
I think it was
All right,
unanimous.
unanimously a 5. Doesn't... Oh, come back over here. Doesn't need gear or plates, but can hit insane with them, and he's a 5. All right, for versatility, that would mean the character is competitively usable in all 3 of the major modes, Feud, Boss, and Showdown, and the character has a special gem type that will help in Gem Mania, which they always do now. For a 4, characters competitively usable in 2 modes, Feud or Boss or Showdown, but not all 3, and has a special gem type. For a 3, characters competitively usable in 1 mode, just Feud or Boss or Showdown. And then for a 2, characters not really good in any modes, but would be good in tours. Rusty's using his hands again. Rusty, if the chat can hear you, tell me what you think of this Austin for versatility.
Quick question. When Austin breaks the gems, does he turn them all a color, or do the gems break multicolor?
Yeah, I definitely can't hear you, but as long as they can, we're good.
Oh.
I'm just watching your video to make sure I'm not talking when you are, and then we can reset and figure out what's going on from there in a minute. But yes, all the traps turn black, Rusty. Then he's a 5. Okay. Yeah, because he definitely would be good in boss battle. He would definitely be good in showdown because 4 MP moves get you started, and you don't even necessarily have to have the 6 MP to get him going. Yeah. I think we're good across the board. I'm still getting your audio late. I literally just heard you say I just dropped and rejoined. Oh. You can feel my essence, and now you're gone. Uh-oh. Come back to me, Rusty. Come back. All right, well, while Rusty is coming back to us... All right.
Get a snack.
Showing you on stream again.
Okay.
It's going to be an issue until I reset on Streamlabs. So let's finish this video and then we can figure it.
Sure.
Just because whenever I mess with my AirPods, it screws up Streamlabs. And yeah, anyway.
No problem.
So Rusty's sleeping. So the versatility vote, it was a 5 on Discord and some 4s on Twitch, but mostly a 5 here as well. So vote went 5. All right, so that means so far he's a perfect character, but now we come to the dreaded Entourage. This is, I think, the most important category that makes power ratings truly a good indicator of how great a character really is. So for a 5, a perfect score, be an essential trainer coaching ability that adds something you don't want to go into battle without. For a 4, would be a widely used trainer coaching ability, helps the character being used on reach their full potential. For a 3, a niche trainer coaching ability, may not be used much but very valuable when needed. And for a 2, trainer adds something if you're missing those that can do the job better. This Austin's ability is... Sorry, right there. Black gems do 40% more damage. Botch gems do 60. Black gems do 40% more damage. Botch gems do 60. So, Rusty, you say that's really good. You're staying muted for the video quality. For everybody else, vote with your numbers in the chat. 3 means it's niche. 4 means it's pretty essential, just isn't always going to be up there. Oh! You got... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're pinning there. Rusty votes 3. Hip Designer won't... Rusty's staying muted so his wife won't find him. 40% black is really good, Slim Numbers. I mean, that's in line with the top percentage characters right now. Plus, Botch is doing 60%. So... Oh, look at this. First time chat. G-A-I-H Niners. I'm just going to call you Niner. Niners puts a 3. Yeah, so across the board, I think we're seeing 3s here. Final Boss Rock does get an upgrade with this Austin. That is absolutely true, Rusty. It's weird reading your chat instead of this, but... Well, I think that pretty well makes it a niche trainer, but really strong niche trainer, I would say. And that does put him at a 23 out of 25. So on our male visual sheet here for Tricksters, let me scooch this over here real quick. So we've got JBL, Uncle Howdy, and LA Knight Zombie are perfect score, 25 out of 25. Reworked Donatello, 24 out of 25. And this puts this new Austin right here with Hornswoggle and the new Last Time Is Now Cena at a 23 out of 25. So Alliance Austin... Same exact score, like literally Hornswoggle and Last Time Is Now Cena, exact same score, 5553, 5553 across the board. And we'll drop this into the power rating sheet to keep it updated. And big shout out as always to JD Nash for helping us keep the main page. And JD Nash's got some health things that have been going on, so pray for them. We appreciate you, bud. But that's it for this video. I am going to try to get the audio issue between Rusty and I fixed. It might mean I need to take us off stream and then bring it back again. We'll see. Rusty's got some family stuff he's going to go do. I'm going to still make a little bit of video content for those who want to stick on or come back on if we have to do it that way. But for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to check out our Twitch channel because power ratings now live on the Champions Chat official Twitch channel. So follow us there, follow us on YouTube, and we'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye.